This is Julie James, and you are listening to The Len Amsterdam Show.
Who is this country songwriter? After the runaway success of Love Sick Blues, this legend began cutting top 10 singles in an almost assembly line manner. Fred Rose arranged and produced and participated in the writing of this country music star's hits, which included Wedding Bells, Mind Your Own Business, You're Gonna Change, and My Bucket's Got a Hole in It. All were 1949 chart toppers. His 1952 hit, I'll Never Get Out of This World Alive, was released just before his death on New Year's Day 1953 from a heart attack induced by excessive alcohol consumption. He had been booked to play a show in Canton, Ohio with his Drifting Cowboys and had hired a driver to chauffeur him to the gig during a heavy snowstorm. Elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1961, his plaque reads, "The simple, beautiful melodies and straightforward, plaintive stories in his lyrics of life as he knew it will never die." Who is this country songwriter? Hank Williams. Len Amsterdam Show, Country Edition, now heard worldwide.
I'm a honky-tonk man. I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. When the money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, "Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?" I'm living wild and dangerously. I got plenty of company. When the moon comes up and the sun goes down, I can't wait to see the lights of town. 'Cause I'm a honky-tonk man. I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. And when the money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, "Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?" Jug of wine, well, that's what it takes to make a honky-tonk time. With the jukebox moaning those honky-tonk sounds, I can't wait to lay my money down. I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When the money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, "Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?" I'm living wild and dangerously, and I got plenty of company. When the moon comes up and the sun goes down, I can't wait to see the lights of town. I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When the money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, "Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?" Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?
Maybe the wife is a little prejudiced. I know Linda likes everything I do, and I take it in and I show it to other people, and they go, "Nah."
Tell you one thing with Diana, she doesn't have a problem at all telling me when something sucks.
Hey, what you got to do is you got to get one like me. You got to withhold money till you get the right opinion.
Yeah, but she's got a job.
Oh. got the best of both worlds. You got a wife and a wife that works.
Well, I'll tell you, Cliff, she's 18 years younger than I am, and I keep telling her that she is my retirement plan. That's a fact.
I like that. I like that. Well, what is she? Let's see. You're probably about 35, so I think you're a little bit of a cradle robber there.
And I'm out of quarters. Actually, I'm 50. I'll be 59 next month, and she just turned 41.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that's just about right too, because as you approach that area where you need a little extra assistance, she'll still be strong enough to give it to you. I think that's a very good plan.
Somebody's got to wipe my chin in a couple more years.
I tell Linda, I said, you know what I want you to do one of these days? I just want you to push me up to the window so I can feel a little sunshine on my face.
She works real hard every day. She's on her feet all the time. Her legs are real strong. She's going to need it to push that chair around a couple more years.
What kind of work does she do?
She's a manager for Dollar General stores.
A manager for, did you say dollar stores?
Yeah, Dollar General. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Not actually, Clay, but I think probably we've got 2 or 3 different dollar-type market stores out here, so I'm pretty sure it's all in the same kind of vein. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they even got their own Dollar General. They have their own race car and everything on the NASCAR circuit. It's a pretty big outfit, especially down here in the southeast.
You know, where I come from, we don't do much racing, especially vehicle racing or anything. So when you talk NASCAR, that's generally somebody in the neighborhood just bought a new one.
I like that. That's cool.
It's just the way that I love. Come and be my little turtle dove. Touch me, baby, it feels so good. I feel as though I wanna, then I don't know if I should. Love me got to suit my style. Little baby, I have to say goodbye. Love me, baby, love me right. Love me morning, noon, and night. Walk is just the way that I walk. The way I talk is just the way I talk. The way I smile is just the way that I smile. Touch me, baby, and I'll go hog wild. The way I love is just the way that I love. Come and be my little turtle dove. Touch me, baby, it feels so good. I feel as though I wanna, then I don't know if I should. Yip, yip, yip. Yip, 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 yip.
Hi, this is American Leslie Jane, and you are listening to The Len Amsterdam Show.
People working every night and day. Never give yourself no time. Got too many bills to pay. Slow down. Nothing's gonna disappear if you give yourself some room to move to the music that you hear. Gotta get up, listen to me, clap your hands, stomp your feet. You can't seem to shake off all the feelings that are breaking, little pieces of the music that's in you. All the pain that you feel, I can prove's not real. There's just one thing you gotta do. People looking for the great escape, looking for the greener side, trying to find a better way. Slow down, open up your big brown eyes, feel the rhythm in your heart. You don't even need to try. Gotta get up, listen to me. Nothing is wrong if you move to the beat. Clap your hands when you can't seem to shake off all the feelings that are breaking, little pieces of the music that's in you. All the pain that you feel, I can prove it's not real. There's just one thing you gotta do. You gotta get up, listen to me, clap your hands, stomp your feet. Nothing is wrong if you move to the beat. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands, stomp your feet.
Len Amsterdam Show, heard and seen worldwide. I guess it all starts with Mr. and Mrs. B having a cottage not far from the bar in the early 60s. Mr. B had a terrible childhood, living with people who took him in after his poor little Irish mother bore him. He was reminded at all times that he was a bastard, a complete sinner. The parents were Bible thumpers. The children were beaten if they went swimming on Sunday. Well, that's one example of what was considered an infraction or sin. Beatings were a part of daily life in the household. The father took the kids out to the barn for a strapping. The mother stood by and had to make him stop after a certain length of time because he was apt to get carried away and probably would have beaten them to death if he had his druthers. The chilling yet brutal childhood memories haunted poor Mr. B all his life. He found out early that liquor eased the pain and helped him forget. You could say this awful thirst was his legacy from these terrible people. Hence, he and the family spent many an hour at the Marysville Tavern. Linda had fond memories of the place as a child. It was a cozy watering hole, more like a snug than what was known in these days as a beer parlor. When she left her quadriplegic husband, a nasty piece of work he was, and Toronto, she decided she wanted to live in that area where she had spent so many summers as a child. She had various jobs working as a bartender, but her heart was set on working at the Marysville Tavern, and soon she found herself employed there. Mr. and Mrs. York, who had owned the place for almost 50 years, were getting tired, and it wasn't long before Linda had an opportunity to buy the place. She was hesitant to undertake the business on her own. Donna, her cousin, was living with her, sponging more like it, and she offered her a 50% interest. It took a year or two to Linda to realize that Donna was stealing the business blind. Not wanting to believe her own lying eyes, she hired a detective, and he very soon had the evidence on videotape. When confronted, Donna lied. She walked out of the business taking as much of Linda's stuff as she could. The washer and dryer, to name two of the bigger ticket items. And then she held Linda hostage. She would not sign over her shares of the business unless Linda paid her $25,000. This didn't include the additional monies that would have to be paid to the PSD and GST boys. The messy dissolve of the partnership alerted them to trouble. They came in, audited the books, checked the liquor sales, and guesstimated all she had purchased off the license, and nailed her with a huge bill. About a year to pay it off. Now, Linda could have gone to the police, but because this was a relative, she was reluctant to do so. And even if she did, the police are not that interested in white-collar crimes. It would have been very costly and messy to take this sorry tale to court. That's where Larry, Pepper, and yours truly came into the picture. We paid Donna off and then started with a new set of problems. Larry had enough after 8 months, and we paid him out. He's a great guy with a great work ethic. He had a day job at the cement factory, a noisy Flintstone environment, driving a forklift truck throughout all the dust and rubble, and then at night he'd come and do maintenance at the bar. He was always working on other jobs too. A real go-getter, really. He started to resent that Pepper's only function seemed to be lifting his elbow and telling the patrons that he was the new owner. Pepper, the schmoozer. Pepper ended up drinking every night at the bar, and he took to staying upstairs. He lived there for about 6 months. His room was a real hellhole. No sheets on the beds, no bed covers at all, filthy work clothes, and discarded beer bottles strewn all over. He wasn't about bringing little sluts or us from Toronto there either. Their biological needs must have been real great. How attractive can a gnarly little bald guy, glasses, always suffering from some kind of allergy, hence rashes, sniffles, etc., still in his dirty work clothes and inevitably drunk at closing time be? He sometimes invaded Linda's space up there too. Several times she found his cronies pass out on her bed. Once he dragged an old hoe type up to Linda's room. She'd fallen off a bar stool, laying on the floor looking definitely comatose. The patrons urged Pep to carry her upstairs, where he plunked her in Linda's boudoir. Thankfully, she came around about 14 hours later. Although Pepper is only 34 years old, he looks much older. One really wonders what Feather sees in him. He met her at a party in Belleville, and the next morning, he was still living upstairs then, he told Linda and I that he met an interesting woman, but couldn't remember her name. All he knew was that she lived and worked in Taiwa Denega. If it wasn't for Linda figuring out who she was, they may never have hooked up. As you know, Feather is a recovering alcoholic. Hasn't touched a drop in at least 10 years, but she is what is known as a dry drunk. She still has the same problems the drinkers do. She's got a real bad attitude. Shortly after their meeting, Pep and Feather set up house together, or rather, he moved into her house. He was still coming into the bar every night. Well, he had to say she doesn't allow any alcohol in her home. She'd sit at his side drinking one Sprite after another. How much fun can that be, watching your boyfriend get drunk while you are stone cold sober? Then they started plotting to get Linda out of the bar. I am using the word plotting very loosely. How these two, with guinea pig-like brains, thought they could oust Linda when she owned 51% of the shares is baffling. But try they did by badgering, bad-mouthing, and finally boycotting the bar. That last little ploy shows how dumb our Pepper really is. Talk about cutting off your nose, despite your ugly face. He and his pals would drive by the tavern and its empty parking lot every night to tipple at the scrounge. One thing you'll have to understand about the Marysville Tavern is that it's a cavernous, barren bar, a haven for scrubbers in town, only minimally busy expecting when welfare checks arrived. They'd have a flurry of thirsty social service clients, not a class of people with a lot of class. They live in a town that has more or less died, where there is no zip industry. I don't even think there is a zip code. The town's main source of income is welfare. There's a zillion little corner stores on the main street, and you see people standing in them, ripping apart pull-tab tickets all day long. Tales from the Marysville Tavern, to be continued.
This is Nick the Brown Man from Brown Man and Groove Asylum. You're listening to Len Amsterdam Radio.
Hitch a ride if you want to. Do anything you
Yeah, this is Rami from Montreal, Canada. You're tuned into the Len Amsterdam radio show. Len's always helping, promoting, and supporting independent artists all the time. So please tune in as often as possible. There's a lot of great talent here.
This is Valerie Lynn. You are tuned in to the Len Amsterdam show. Thank you so much for stopping by.
There's a boy and a girl walking down the way. Hey, hey, hey. Listen closely and you will hear them say, I got what I want. She's got a boy. He's got a girl. They got good looks. They are in love 'cause they got each other. Soon on a finger, a ring, a diamond ring. And if you listen, you can hear them sing as the church bells ring. They got what they want. Everything they need. I got what I want. You're everything I'll ever need. She's got a boy. He's got a girl. They got her. It's true love. 'Cause they got each other. Stay strong together so the tears wash away.